Scientific and Cultural Institute Incorporated is a non-profit.
So I came in at the time when the insurance was at the lowest peak, the lowest ebb in the football in Nigeria, and everybody was paying insurance. And I went back to the drawing board. I had to get in somebody to help me who had experience. I had to do a lot of changes in the team. I found out that too, their salaries were being owed. Because I believe there was no commissioner in place, the permanent secretary at that time, he couldn't handle it. So I came in at the point where everywhere we went to, the government is running medical insurance, both bonuses and salaries and allowances. And we went to the drawing board. It wasn't an easy thing, but I'm happy to say that since I came in, the players, we've paid most of their salaries. We have a few months left to go. As at when I came in, they were being owed so much, but as at today, we have paid the players 7 months salary. And we are working on finishing the remaining salary because of funds, availability of funds. We only have 4 months left to pay the players. But paying their salaries, but they've been paid all their bonuses, all their match bonuses. That's helped to encourage them, and we are able to move them from fear of relegation at the bottom of the table to about the 7th position in the 1st division. And our dream now is that what we are working hard towards this season, which we're about to start in the next 2 or 3 weeks, is to move them to 1st division. And that's the goal that we have given to our coach and our players. And I know that it's doable, and I know it's going to happen. Come August next year, the insurance will move from where it is. It is a challenge, and like I said, I love challenges, so that is the greatest challenge for me right now.
That would be wonderful, and I'm wishing you every success in your ambition to resuscitate and revive the state of affairs with the sports and social ministry. But there's something the viewers may like to know, that should be the area of social mobilization. I wonder if you can place the Honorable Commissioner in touch places on what do you mean by social mobilization?
Well, social mobilization is a very broad aspect of our ministry. It encompasses so much. Social mobilization, first of all, has to do with letting the people know. It's a little bit of information too. Letting the people know what your government is doing. Informing the people about government policies, government plans, actions being taken by the government. You know, it involves almost all the ministries in Edo State. In terms of works, in terms of healthcare, in terms of youth, even in terms of our sports, you know, so many areas. What is Edo State government doing? It also includes working with diasporans, people in diaspora, selling Edo State to the rest of the world. Let's let people in America, in London, in Spain know Edo State government, what we are doing, our projects, what we have achieved. That's the area of social mobilization. Mobilizing people too for the state government to showcase and do right for the state.
Thank you. I do not wish to take you back, but back again to the sports section. Some years back, we used to have some of our Edo State indigenous sportsmen and women at the top ladder of national teams and national events. In the days of Memoria, in the days of, we had Thompson Olihas, I think Steve Keshi from Edo State, and we have Victor Odwa, and so many, Guabon, and so on and so forth. But in the last couple of years, almost a decade now, that trend has died down. And I know you just come into this resuscitation of the sports and ministry. What are your goals, your efforts towards bringing back the lost glory of our youth in the national event?
Well, I would like to say that, well, like you rightly said, yes, a lot of our youth, those states used to be out there in terms of sport. It has reduced. Even the Super Eagles match that we have currently playing, we only have one Eduma, Victor Moses, who we all know who is playing for the Super Eagles in the match against Ethiopia and their team. Well, first of all, most of those names you called were people who played for Bendel Insurance.
Okay.
Insurance was doing well at that time. Now that insurance has not been doing well, of course, nobody is going to come and take players from a team that is not doing well. So the first thing we need to do is to make sure insurance does well in terms of football.
Not only insurance.
No, they are talking about insurance, but they're talking about football. Because you mentioned the Guavoy, you mentioned Odua, you mentioned Thompson earlier. That's why I talked about football. So in terms of football, that's the problem. Now, going to other sports, we need to bring out, a lot of Edo people are there playing. We came in at the time where Edo people were able to play for other states because they felt Edo did not have money and other states were paying. But now they know that yes, we are committed to taking care of them. The last competition, the governor gave us so much money to the Edo people that won medals. That has helped to bring back Edo sons and daughters back home. It's when we have them back home, we're able to harness them, put them together, see how we can make them perform well, and then find out those who are playing well and encourage them to go to the national level to represent Nigeria, both nationally and internationally. So it's to find out. But I'm happy to say that we still have Edo people, because the last competition I went to in Ukraine, athletics competition, there were a lot of Edo indigenes there representing Nigeria in athletics. A lot of Edo people in athletics, yes. Some of them we used to play for Delta, some of them, a lot of Edo indigenes are there in athletics. So it's to find out the Edo indigenes here and there that are doing well and push them out, send them out for competition, which we are currently doing.
Thank you for your effort. And there's one area we need to talk about too. Some few years back, most of the Edo youths, especially the girls, were found in Italy, abroad, sex trade and so on and so forth, especially during the time of the former government of this state, of Edo State. That's during the millennials government. We had a lot of Edo youths, girls, streets for workers. Of recent times, they seem the trend has died down. Does it mean that they do not do such stuff anymore, or they've forgotten about it, or they see there, it's just we don't want to talk basis on it anymore? Those days of Edo girls going out and taking part in prostitution, selling their body for money, going to Italy, I believe that's a thing of the past. Our women needed to be enlightened. They needed to be taught that you don't have to sell your body for money. It's just like in politics. When I came to politics, there were very few women in politics. But now we have been able to educate them to say, look, the Nigerian women, we are intelligent. The Nigerian women, we are hardworking. Even through my NGO, the Advancement of Women in Democracy, I've had to talk to so many Nigerian women, because it's all over Nigeria, not just Edo State. So say that, look, it's important to train our girl child. Because before, our parents were thinking that only the male children are needed to go to school. But now they know that both the male and the female need to go to school. We have to educate them that, look, if your female daughters go to school and your male children go to school, you have more money coming in for your family. It makes my family do better. But now you don't have money and your girls are not well, they can't get good jobs. They think that the only way to make money is to sell themselves. So we have our women going to school now. We have our women learning trades. We have our women knowing that, yes, we can be somebody. The sky is the starting point. It's not the limit now, what they say that the sky is the starting point for the Nigerian girls, for the Edo girls as well. So they are there, they are working hard. I'm happy when I see a lot of young people come to me, they say, oh, they are their mentor, they want to be like me, please, they want to join politics, and so forth and so on. So I believe that is the thing of the past. That stigma has reduced drastically. It's not the way it used to be. Now, Edo woman is proud to say, I'm an Edo woman.
and I am doing this, I am doing this, I have this business, I'm in politics, I have this certificate, I have this degree, because they know that they can go out there and be somebody, and they are working hard at being somebody. So it has reduced to the lowest minimum.
Thank you very much, Honorable Commissioner Osifo. I think your viewers, you heard it from the horse's mouth. The Edo woman is a proud woman, very hard-working, industrious, talented, full of challenges. You don't have to sell yourself to become an Edo woman. It's a taboo as a Edo woman to be found on the street. So, and you have heard from the Honorable Commissioner, if she can do it, you can do it. Thank you for your mentor, for your encouragement. Given to the Edo people is give power to the Edo woman. You see what she can do with it. I will not going to stay too long on this brief interview before we let you off the hook. The last question, maybe the last, not the least. What are your future projections for your Ministry of Social? What are your projections? What you intend to leave? You have come, you have done some achievement or accomplished some achievement. Now, what are your projections as a legacy for oncoming commissioner in that position?
Well, my duty, like I've always done in any ministry I find myself as an administrator in that ministry, is to go and revive the ministry and put it at par with other ministries and make it one of the best in the states. There's so much work to be done in the Edo State Ministry of Youth, Sports and Social Mobilization. But I want to leave that ministry. First of all, one of my biggest challenges is bendel insurance. I want to leave that ministry with a better bendel insurance in place. I want to leave the ministry with insurance, taking the pride of place of where it used to be a football club in Nigeria. Number two, in the past, Bendel State had the best sportsmen and women, which is Edo and Delta. Edo is not known to be backwards in sports. We want to retain our position in sports in Nigeria among the first two. First, second position is what Edo State needs in sport. We want to get our sportsmen and women ready to get to that position. And recently we are doing the youth festival now for youth games that is put together by the minister. It's just a new one. This is the first edition for the 17 to catch them young so that we have people to replace the old one. And I'm happy to say that we just did the zonal elimination here in Edo State for the South states. And Edo did very, very well. That is a sign of good things to come. We are currently training. We are currently sending our sportsmen and women for competition every day. And I believe that that's going to put them where they belong and make them have the best performance that they should have in terms of sports. In terms of our youth as well, we need to make sure that our youth are gainfully employed. We are working on the governor, Comrade has tried in terms of youth and employment. He has the youth employment scheme, YES program, the other ICT, where we are giving a lot of youth job in the computer area. You know, so it's taking a lot of youth children off the streets. We have the neighborhood watch too, where a lot of youth are involved too in making sure they act as security here and there, just to give youth jobs and something to do. It's a question. Does your ministry take care of parks and something like parks? No, that's more of, I think that would be under the Ministry of Culture and Tourism. Okay. Tourism and maybe walks and what in terms of beautification and all that stuff. Yeah, what other question is, I know when we have enough of parks and stadium and something like that, the youth goes there for different activities, games and so forth. Yeah. But it looks like in Edo State right now, they don't have much parks and recreational places for facilities for them, even not enough sporting facilities for them. Right now, the stadium is a major place for sports. We're looking at seeing how we can get some mini stadiums in the south, in the different senatorial districts. Edo South, Edo Central, and Edo North. That will help. The people of Edo South will have somewhere to go to. People of Edo North will have somewhere to go to. People of Edo Central will have somewhere to go to. That needs to be done to encourage the youth, because when youth are arrested, to reduce their arrestiveness, you have to engage them. And sports is one of the best ways to engage them. But outside of sports, the other ways of engaging them, which the ministry has been doing, which the government of Adasabili Oshomole has been doing. And that is in terms of, we give out a lot of grants to youth to do programs, workshops, trainings, and things like that. That also keeps them off the streets. So that is not saying sports is not important. Sport is the key too to reducing youth restiveness. And then, of course, youth empowerment, training, workshops, seminars, and things that are talents, finding talents and things, which we have been encouraging and helping and sponsoring to make sure that they are busy doing things. Recently, a young man put something together, and we're very happy to be part of it with him. Something to take the youth off the street, music, dance, comedy, you know, something that will keep youth busy. We're happy to see people, we're encouraging our youth to do such things so that it will keep other youth off the street. Youth come to us, want to do a training, computer training, and we say, yes, that is a good idea. We'll support you in whichever way we can to make sure that, yes, that holds, and youths are busy at that period. So those are ways that we have used in pulling out the youth from the street. And I must say at this moment in time, this point in time, I think the residents of youth in Edo State has reduced drastically. They are beginning to know that you don't have to go there and do. Armed robbery used to be very rampant in Edo State. We don't have armed robbery in Edo State anymore. Now people are talking about kidnapping. Kidnapping is not from Edo State. Most of the kidnappers are from Delta. Recently, the person who has been tormenting Edo State is from Delta. Somebody that they are talking about in Delta. They caught him recently. And it's not from Edo State, it's from Delta. So because we are all close, you see people coming from neighboring states to Edo State, and people feel it's Edo. Our Edo people are not that vicious. You know, and our youth are beginning to show signs that yes, we are responsible. I've seen youth, they come in an organizer and say, yes, these are the youth of Edo, this is how I know the youth of Edo today. And I'm happy, I'm an Edo woman, seeing our youth behave the way they should behave. So a lot has changed in recent times.
Okay. Last but not the least, what are your goals in the present day Nigerian Edo State politics? You have PDP versus APC versus BBD, and so many to name these days. Now, I know in our own days we have one or two or three major parties, Action Group versus NCNC, but now you have so many parties going on, each of them interwoven and conflicting themselves and trying to undo each other. So if PDP makes road, they say no, it's APC. If APC construct road, they say it's the federal. So all this, what are you still intend to continue in the politics? Because we need powerful women like you from Edo State. When I say Edo State, I'm not saying only Edo Benin City. I mean Edo State generally. We need women like you to come on board because men cannot do it alone. Without you women, we are incomplete. So while thanking you for your major strides so far to this position, what are your aspirations? Are you still interested in politics? We still need you. You are still young, very energetic. I would like you to continue this banner and give it to others.
Well, I have always preached, and I always believe in leading by example. I've always preached to our younger ladies to come out, younger girls to come out, because I've always said that developed countries are countries that have both men and women in governance.
That's true.
Nigeria is still a developing country. We are not developed here because we don't have enough women with the men. You look at America, you look at Europe, you see a lot of women are out there. So for us to be a developed country, we women, we must join the men. And we cannot blame the men and say, oh, marginalization. No, you women have to come and take your position. You have to come out. And politics is one of the few ways that the Nigerian woman can come and make a mark, can come and join the men in government now. So if I run back, I'm not showing a good example to the young ones who are coming. So retreating is not an option. I'm here and I'm here for good. I'm here because I need to make a mark. I need to make sure I join the men to move Edo State forward. And in moving Edo State forward, we are moving Nigeria forward. Whichever way I can give in my own little quota, that little quota might help in moving us to the next level. So I'm here and I'm here for good. I'm not running away from politics. I will be here to serve my people for as long as they give me an opportunity to serve them. Because I left the United States of America when I came in 2000 because of this wanting to come and serve. And in what little capacity I found myself, be it commissioner or whatever, I have gone there and I have tried my best. And going away is going to sit down there, you are hopeless, you are watching from the background, people are not doing what you need to see them doing to move the state forward. Who is going to do it if we all sit back and watch and complain and say, oh, they are not doing it right, they are not doing it right. You have to come and do your own part and try your best to see how you can do your own bit to make it right. You know, so I'm here, I'm not going away. I'll continue to serve the people of Edo State, whether in the state or whether at the national level. I'm going to serve Edo State people and my country, Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Viewers and Edo State women, you have heard it again. Please don't be like my mother. You know what my mother used to do when she was alive. When my dad said, let us go and vote. Those days it was NCNC versus Action Group. My mom would say, you, I'm not going to vote. Say, why? My dad would say, why are you not voting? If I vote for NCNC and Action Group win, the next moment I'm going to the backyard to use the bathroom, they're going to kill her, and the winning party was not going to find out the source of her death. So, thank God that era is far gone. So now, the banner is in your hand. You have the challenge. If Honorable Omorede Osifo can do it, once again, you can do it even better. And without you coming out to stand for the position of the women, nobody can do it. So we had Senator Danjuma, we had Franca, Afegwa, other women in the past. And back in the Benin Kingdom, we had Idia and Iyesike. So that trend should continue. Now the ball is in your court, viewers. Thank you. It's a pleasure being with us in this.
Thank you, sir.
And viewers, once again, this is Alex Ibuneweka reporting for GUOSA-LANGUAGE.TV, all the way from Benin City, Edo State of Nigeria. See you again next week. Thank you.
GUOSA Educational, Scientific and Cultural Institute Incorporated is a non-profit.